It's time for GMA3. Airstrikes ramping up across the Middle East. Americans in the region told to get out now, as the White House warns the hardest hits are yet to come.
The next phase will be even more punishing on Iran than it is right now.
While sending mixed messages about why they launched the war, our team has the latest. Plus, more of Robin Roberts' one-on-one with Christina Applegate.
Where are you now with the grieving process of MS?
Talking about the reality of living with MS, who she's living for every day, sharing her favorite role, and if she'd like to act again. And Wild Ride.
Woo! Hops and Wilds. Dream Team.
The Dream Team is coming to your living room when you can begin streaming Zootopia 2 as the animated hit gears up for Oscars Sunday. It's time for GMA3. We were singing, we were getting in it. It's like your favorite movie. You love
My
it.
kids, we've watched that movie so many times. They absolutely love it. So good.
Good to see you. I'm Gio Benitez.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rhiannon Ellie, and we're here with Sophie Flay. It's our first time doing the show together.
Yeah, so excited to be here with you guys.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you.
And coming up, Tori Johnson is here with Deals and Steals. She has another day of big savings from women-run small businesses with products ranging from sun care to tech accessories starting at under $5.
$5.
Yes, and let's talk about sun care. I just want to get ready for summer here. We also have a very special member of our GMA family here today, Joan Lunden. She has a brand new memoir, and she's going to share some of her favorite stories from her life and time on the show. Can't wait to talk to her.
Oh, cannot wait for that. Yeah. But we do want to begin on a serious note. The war with Iran. Overnight, an urgent warning from the State Department for Americans in the Middle East to depart now. We'll have the latest on how the next phase could play out as the U.S. death toll rises. Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pannell is going to start us off now from Tel Aviv. Hey, Ian.
Yeah, hi, Rhiannon. From a region reeling from a war that's already escalating, attacks from the US and Israel continuing, and Iran stepping up its retaliation amid fears that this war could actually last far longer than predicted.
Explosions rocking Tehran and sites across the Middle East. It comes as the American death toll's rising. The Pentagon now confirming 6 troops killed in an Iranian strike on a tactical operations center in Kuwait. At least 18 more service members seriously wounded across the region. As the White House warns, the hardest hits are yet to come.
The next phase will be even more punishing on Iran than it is right now.
President Trump even saying he's not ruling out U.S. forces on the ground. Overnight, Central Command releasing new video showing U.S. strikes on Iranian ballistic missile launchers. But analysts say Iran still has thousands of missiles in its arsenal. The IDF announcing they're expanding operations, opening a second front in Lebanon, deploying troops to the southern part of the country and striking Iranian proxy Hezbollah. ABC's Matt Rivers is in Beirut.
So you can hear that's the latest Israeli airstrike and another. You can see the smoke coming there behind me. That's one of dozens of airstrikes that the Israeli Air Force has been carrying out, not only here in Beirut against Hezbollah targets, but across this entire country in what has really become a second front in this ongoing war.
The U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia struck by 2 Iranian drones. No injuries reported, but U.S. officials warning of an ongoing threat, with at least 8 other drones intercepted in surrounding cities overnight. An urgent warning from the State Department, telling all Americans in the Middle East, from Egypt to Saudi Arabia and Israel, to depart now via commercial transportation, issuing evacuation orders for non-emergency personnel and family members in at least 6 countries. At least 11 countries, including the European nation Cyprus, now caught in the crossfire.
Well, a key military priority for the Allies is to take out Iran's ability to launch these retaliatory strikes, achieving the larger goals that have been set out by the president, even though there's slight shifting sands on the reasons for this war, is going to be much harder, with Iran already warning that it is ready for a long conflict. Gio?
Oh, a long conflict. All right, Ian, thank you so much for that. Let's go ahead and bring in our chief White House correspondent now, Mary Bruce, for the latest on President Trump and how the administration has been justifying this massive campaign against Iran. Mary, good afternoon.
Gio, good afternoon to you. And the White House is now offering mixed messages about why the U.S. launched this campaign. The president insists that Iran posed an imminent threat to the U.S., saying the regime, quote, would soon have had missiles capable of reaching our beautiful America. But U.S. intelligence agencies found that wouldn't have happened for another 9 years. And now the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, is suggesting that strikes were intended to be preemptive, that Israel was going to strike Iran with or without the U.S., and fearing that Iran would then retaliate against American targets, President Trump then deciding to strike first. The president, though, is projecting confidence, predicting the U.S. will, quote, easily prevail in this war, but also saying that they will stay in this fight for as long as it takes. And, Gio, he is not ruling out the possibility of putting U.S. boots on the ground if necessary.
Not ruling that out. Okay, Mary, you're also learning that Congress is going to be briefed later today?
Yeah, they are, Gio. The administration is set to brief the entire Congress later this afternoon. And it comes as overnight the president formally notified Congress of these strikes, even though they are already well underway. But Democrats are demanding that this war be put to a vote. Now, the House is expected to take up a war powers resolution later this week. That would block any future U.S. military action in Iran without congressional approval. But, guys, that is not likely to become law.
Okay, Mary, thank you. And the war has had an immediate impact on gas prices and could lead to further economic fallout. Elizabeth Schulze is in Washington with more. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hey, Sophie, yeah, the war is having an immediate impact on the prices we pay, starting at the gas pump. So according to Gas Buddy, the national average is now above $3 a gallon. It's up 13 cents in just the last 24 hours, and prices are now higher than they were 1 year ago. Oil is spiking again today after the commander of Iran's Revolutionary Guard said that the Strait of Hormuz, so that critical passage for about 1/5 of all of the world's oil, is closed, and said that any ship that tries to pass through there would be, quote, set on fire. The longer that vital shipping route is at a standstill, the bigger the impact on inflation and the broader economy. So keep in mind, when companies have to pay more for fuel, those higher costs can get passed down to consumers. Analysts that I've been talking with say that one of the first places where we could see that happen is with higher airfares, Sophie.
Well, Elizabeth, the U.S. is a major oil producer. I think everyone wants to know, how does that affect gas prices here?
Exactly. The U.S. produces more oil than any other country, but oil does trade in a global market. So what will ultimately determine the price of gas is how long those oil prices stay elevated. Right now, oil is up, trading over $76 a barrel. That is up from around $65 last week, but we are not quite at that $100 or more level that we saw after Russia's invasion of Ukraine 4 years ago. That was when we saw gas prices top $5 a gallon, guys.
Who can forget that?
Right. Something we'll definitely keep an eye on. Elizabeth, thank you. Well, coming up, Harry Styles revealing how he's bringing his new concert experience to fans worldwide.
It's Harry Styles Day.
Okay, it is time for Pop News, and Sophie Flay is here. What's going on?
I'm so excited. Okay, we begin Pop News with some movie news. Zootopia 2 is having an incredible award season run. Over the weekend, the Disney animation team celebrated another award as Zootopia 2 took home the NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Animated Film. And today, we are happy to share that fans are going to finally be able to watch the billion-dollar box office sensation from the comfort of their couches. Zootopia 2 will be hopping to Disney Plus and begin streaming next Wednesday, March 11th. That'll be just days before we root for the hit sequel as it goes up for an Oscar in the Best Animated Feature Film category. We can't wait. Watch the 98th Academy Awards on Sunday, March 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern here on ABC and streaming live on Hulu. Rand, I know your family is probably excited about that.
It's going to be playing on repeat from Wednesday
Exactly.
on.
We've already seen it in the theater several times, so now I'll just stick it on and then maybe I can go get some stuff done.
Perfect. And the dream team behind Zootopia aren't the only ones heading to our living room TVs. Just days after Harry Styles debuted his live performance of Aperture at the Brit Awards, the Grammy award-winning superstar has revealed that he's bringing a full concert to streaming. Check out the teaser.
That is a teaser.
It is. The first live performance of Harry Styles' fourth studio album will take place this Friday night in Manchester, England, and on Sunday, Netflix will stream the special concert starting Sunday afternoon. This news is especially exciting for fans who haven't been able to get tickets to Harry's Together tour hitting the road this May. Harry's album, Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally, begins streaming everywhere this Friday. I know, I'm excited.
Well, it's kind of amazing that they can turn it around that quickly,
right.
just 3 days later. Yeah.
Right. We'll have to see what surprises he brings out. I feel like he's really going to put on a show.
All right.
And the streaming excitement just doesn't stop. The Disney Channel has officially announced that a new movie in the beloved Zombies franchise is in the works. It's been 8 months since the most recent movie debuted on our screens. And the 5th movie will include some cast shakeups. Franchise mainstays Milo Manheim and Meg Donnelly will stay behind the camera this time, on board as executive producers. In front of the camera, we'll see returning favorites like Malachi Barton and Freya Skye, and many more. And the 5th installment will also introduce a magical new trio. Mermaids will be making waves and luring in new allies. There's no title yet for the movie, but production begins this spring in New Zealand and premieres on Disney Channel in 2027.
All my son's friends, all his
they all love
friends,
the zombies?
They love the zombies, especially that Malachi. They all have like the biggest crush on him and stuff. They're like, if you interview him, tell us.
Well, when they went on tour, I had a chance to interview them, and they are just the sweetest and so talented.
Yeah,
I mean,
everybody talks about how kind they are. Good for them. Congratulations. All right, thank you, Sophie. Coming up here, Deals and Steals. Tori Johnson is back with products from women-run small businesses, all at least half off. They're going to have you thinking about summer. Come on back.
You know what that sound means? We are back with Deals and Steals. Our favorite Tori Johnson is here joining us with another day of products from women-run small businesses because, of course, it's Women's History Month.
Oh, yeah. Although I feel like every day is Women's Day.
I like that.
And you know what? Every day is a lot brighter when you have a little pop of flowers at home.
Yeah.
At To Home makes it really easy to do that with either those little bud vases.
beautiful.
Oh, they're probably taped down.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
I'm afraid I'm going to break.
I know,
oh,
right?
There we go.
Really gorgeous. And then these big ones are pretty awesome because it's a 3-in-1. You get this glass vase, and then you get 3 different bases of different colors, so you get to change the look. But my favorite is probably their cutting boards. That's really beautiful, sustainable wood, where you can make it on this side, serve it on the flat side, or chop it on the flat side, serve it on the round side. So really versatile. It's a nice heavyweight piece. All of their pieces are exquisite, and they're all 50% off.
You can just see the quality.
The quality's fabulous.
Very high quality. Okay,
All right,
Gio has been raving about this.
Yeah, so this is Gonanas, and they have really cracked the code. You guys can dig in.
Can we?
If
Okay.
you want. All
Gio,
fresh
get over here.
Okay,
Get over here.
Stay away.
This is the one I want right here,
That's
the chocolate chip.
Oh, yeah. So
Y'all, this
what's
is so
amazing
good.
about this is that they've really cracked the code on how to have a mix without the hard work, but to then get that homemade taste because you're going to use 3 ripe bananas in every mix. So we've got chocolate, we've got fudge, we've got cinnamon roll, and their brand new collab with Little Bites with the blueberry muffin.
It's so good, Tori.
It's good,
This one's
right?
delicious, too. I think it's the brownie.
They're
fudge
all
brownie.
delicious. It started in a college dorm during COVID.
Wow.
And now it's kind of exploded. And we've got the deal. You get a 5-pack for $30 and free shipping.
I'm just
going to
carry this along with
there
me
you go.
because
Come along with
we're
that
gonna snack
food.
while you
Okay.
talk, Tori.
So we've got all of these great products here from Tech Candy. We love a tech accessory. This one I love. It's a little compact. So you get your mirror, your light, but you also get a charging bank in here as well.
What?
So you can charge your phone while you get your little glam going. We also have teeny weeny earbud cleaning. Have you ever cleaned your earbuds?
No, I have not. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah,
Don't ask that question.
It's a great thing to be able to clean. So they've kind of like thought of every little tech problem that you didn't even know you had, and they've come up with a solution, and it's all slash
What is
that.
this?
A charging cord. That is a charging cord.
Look how nice
and
that
they're
is.
pretty one.
Very pretty.
All right, you guys don't have dogs, but if you did, you would need this from Pride and Groom because it is the best smelling dog shampoo ever. Not only the shampoo and conditioner, which is an Oprah favorite, but then these gloves are amazing because you get to like lather up the pup and then your dog gets, whoops, sorry, they're probably all sealed up. This one's open. This one you could smell.
Oh, let me smell.
The dog gets a little massage, and you get a happy pup, and you get like the cleanest, prettiest dog in the neighborhood. So the wipes are also great after a little run outside. Those are really great to clean off the paws. The whole line phenomenal. All slash and half starts at $10.50. Bug bite thing. So soon the
We have these.
You do?
Yes,
oh,
we have
good.
these.
Okay, amazing.
These work. If you have kids, these work.
Yeah, these are amazing. So typically you get a bug bite and you mask it by putting just like, some kind of like
Neosporin
topical.
or-
Exactly.
yeah.
And that's just masking it. This allows you to take out that saliva or venom, and it's super easy to use. This is reusable. This was a Shark Tank favorite. They've sold millions of these. So we've got this, plus we also have the little tick tweezers as well. Packs created just for us, all slashed in half. And it's a good one, especially as the weather changes and we're going to be outside.
Yeah.
Finally, brush on block. This is the sunblock that you're
This
going
is
to want to use.
sunblock?
Yeah, so that lip oil is phenomenal and has SPF 50. That's a translucent powder that just brushes on, so it's beautiful to be able to use.
Yeah.
So there's a translucent. There's also one with a little bit of tan. There's a spray. This one's fabulous because it's a moisturizer and SPF 50 built in one. They make great products, and you guys are going to save 50% on the assortment.
Okay, no excuses not to wear your sunscreen.
Right, exactly.
Thank you so much, Troy. We have partnered with all of these great companies on these products. You can get them and yesterday's deals from 6 fabulous female bosses at GMAdeals.com. And we will see you back here tomorrow for more products from women-run businesses. And don't go anywhere. Coming up, Joan Lunden is here. Gio, are you done with the bread?
I ate it all. It's gone. It's gone. Save me some. And welcome back to GMA3. Lots of great guests here in our studio tomorrow on GMA. Ken Jennings, he's going to be here giving us a preview of Celebrity Jeopardy All-Stars. Big names, including past winners, Lisa Ann Walter. She's so fun. Ike Barinholtz and W. Kamau Bell. They're going to be back along with other stars, so we're going to hear all about it all.
And Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis will be here. They worked with everyone, including Janet Jackson. There they are, with her in the music video for Control. Going to tell us about their upcoming Las Vegas residency and so much more.
Oh, behind so many hits. And 5-time Oscar nominee Annette Bening is here. She's in the new movie The Bride, the movie that is stacked with stars. It is getting so much buzz right now. We had Christian Bale on GMA this morning, and it looks fantastic.
It really does.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now to more of Robin Roberts' interview with Christina Applegate. The actress sharing things she has never talked about before in her new memoir, You with the Sad Eyes, and telling Robin why she had a hard time enjoying her success and what it's really like living with MS.
Darling, I did the news and I nailed it. I nailed it.
In Anchorman, Christina Applegate cemented her legacy as a comedy icon.
This isn't the Glickman bar mitzvah, is it?
Her comedy chops also shining in films like The Sweetest Thing and earning her an Emmy for Outstanding Guest Actress for her role as Amy Green in Friends. But despite her accolades and achievements, Christina has felt shame when speaking about it, detailing that feeling in her new memoir, You with the Sad Eyes.
The shame is like a virus, hooking onto my low self-esteem and leaving me struggling to gain pleasure in my work. You see my sad eyes? Now maybe you're starting to get why.
With all the success that has come your way, all these roles that have come your way, Married with Children, Dead to Me is my personal favorite.
I'm going to step back and go.
Thank you for doing that, because you wrote about how you wanted to remain humble. You didn't want to be that person.
I don't even know it was humble. It was almost like escaping like my own feeling of my own success or taking that in and being proud of myself for so many years. But no, Dead to Me.
Is that your favorite role?
Yeah, 100%. It was just honest. It was so honest. It was so beautifully written and so beautifully directed, and like it was all women.
It was during the filming of Dead to Me, Christina learned she'd been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, MS, a degenerative autoimmune disease of the central nervous system, which we spoke about 2 years ago.
My symptoms had started in the early part of 2021, and it was like literally just tingling on my toes. And by the time we started shooting in the summer of that same year, I was being brought to set in a wheelchair.
I remember asking you, were you still grieving? And you're like, don't put a timestamp on it. Where are you now with the grieving process of MS?
Still sucks, Robin. It really does. And anyone that tells you different they're not telling the truth. I'm sorry. I have so many friends who have MS, and we talk to each other constantly. And I don't have one that says, I'm great. There is no great. There's a better day and a less day. This is a lifelong disease with no cure. Period. Where am I at with acceptance? Not at all. I hate it, but, you know, I wake up every day and go, I'm Sadie's mama. And that, to me, is why I'm still here.
It's her daughter Sadie, who is the love and light of her life, while also finding comfort in reality TV.
I keep the TV on 24 hours a day because without it, the quiet is so loud in my head, I can't bear it.
You said on a scale of 1 to 10, with your pain, you're constantly at an 8.
Yeah. But Bravo makes me at a 1. Put on freaking Bravo, and I'm like, thank you, Andy Cohen. You have changed my life.
Although she says she now spends most of her time in her California king-size bed due to her daily pain, she's worked to create community and help raise awareness of the reality of living with MS, hosting a podcast called Messy alongside Jamie Lynn Sigler. Do you still want to act?
Man, I'd love to. Yeah. As long as I didn't have to get up really early and no one touches my face or my hair.
Other than that, you're good?
I'm so good.
What do you want for Sadie? What do you want for her?
Joy. Like, visceral joy.
Well, thank you for bringing joy into our lives.
Oh, what a conversation.
Yeah, such an important interview there. Christina's memoir, You with the Sad Eyes, is out now, and you can see more of Robin's interview with her tonight on Nightline. And coming up, we have GMA royalty in studio. Joan Lunden is here to tell us all about her new memoir.
And she brought her family. We can't wait.
Back to GMA3, and it's an exciting day here in our studio because we can welcome back our longtime member of our GMA family here, Joan Lunden, of course.
Great to be here.
It is so good to see you. You were an anchor on GMA for many, many years, and you have a new memoir, fantastic new memoir. Look at that gorgeous cover. Joan, Life Beyond the Script. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. I figured at this point, you know, I wanted to share my life story. But interesting, like I'm looking at you, you young girl over there. I wanted young women in their 20s and 30s to get a sense of how different the world was for women when I was a young person. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. And when I came into this industry, it was an all-male industry. And, you know, you'd kind of like scutched your foot in the door and like, okay. And then once you're in there, and I always say, just make yourself valuable, keep your eyes and ears open, do everything. Barbara Walters gave me some advice when I first was at GMA, and I interviewed her. I was petrified to do that. And she took me aside during the commercial break, and she said, don't fight for equality around here because they're not going to give it to you. It's not that time. What you're going to do is you're going to take every small piece, every small assignment they're willing to give you, and make it shine, make it a gem, and that's what will make your star rise. And she was 100% right.
And she did that all the time. You did that all the time. There's an interesting thing with your name here. You're revealing, I mean, I can't believe you're revealing this, but Joan Lunden is not actually your legal name.
I was born Joan Lunden, and my dad was a doctor. I always thought I was going to be a doctor. Then I worked in a hospital right before college. I found out that's not going to happen. But when we would go out to dinner and you give your name to the hostess and they say, Dr. Blunder, your table is ready, it used to drive my dad crazy. So the news director kind of felt the same way. He said, when you write Blunden fast, it can be Blunder, and the critics could have a heyday with that. So then I had to call my mother.
Oh, no.
Hi, Mom. So I started with, remember how Dad used to get really unhappy when hostesses would say Dr. Blunder? Well, ABC kind of feels that way, too. But, you know, I then had to come up with a name. Like, how do you do that with a million names?
Right.
And I went in one day, I was being sent out on my first assignment. And a reporter in the news director's office, I said, I need a name. And he said, just drop the B, like London, like the city, like Julie London, who was a star at the time. And the news director said, I like that. I said, okay, bye. And
That was quick.
I mean, in like 10 seconds.
And that helped define your life.
Yeah.
Wow. That quick moment.
Absolutely. And what I love about your book is that you have QR codes throughout the book that have a little bit of fun, some of your favorite moments on air, right?
Well, I thought about it as I was writing the book that most of my life since I was 23 years old is on videotape. And so I found out that I could put QR codes all throughout the book.
Oh my gosh,
so
that's
I
so
can
smart.
tell a story, and then all of a sudden you can put your phone over it, or if you're on your tablet, you can press it, and poof, opens up to the actual video. And I just had, of course, they had to go through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of video, besides picking out all the photos. But to me, I mean, once again, breaking barriers, doing something that nobody else has done before.
Totally.
Go you.
And you did break a lot of barriers, and you paved the way for a lot of women, including us, to be sitting here today. And one moment people can never forget was your first day as GMA co-anchor. You actually brought your daughter Jamie to the set, and it was such an important moment. You embraced being a mom as well as a journalist. Did you ever think that that moment was going to become such a big part of the conversation?
No, and it was actually supposed to be the best kept secret. You know, it's kind of like, okay, we're going to let you do this, but don't tell anybody. And they did a big press conference after the show, and all this press showed up, and the first questions were, we hear you brought your baby to work. How did ABC let you do that? And I had to talk about the contract that they contractually said yes. And see, here they also went along with me on stories. That's actually my daughter, Lindsay, who's also here with me today. And that's my Lindsay dancing.
Are y'all embarrassed right now?
No. They've lived their whole life like that. But that was Lindsay dancing in the Disney parades, because I hosted the Disney parades for 15 years. So they got involved a lot, and they traveled the world with me. And, you know, they were around here in the studio all the time, kind of like their feet up on the back of the cameras with the cameramen, like giving them rides on the cameras. So, and my mom.
That's so cute. Who finally said, okay, London's okay.
Yeah, and that, of course, was the last show. You know, my last show, which they did an incredible kind of. Oh, there's Jamie again. That's you as a little tiny baby kiddo.
Lindsay. And we also saw Charlie Gibson right there, and you've talked about your friendship that you had together. Oh, look at that great picture right there.
Charlie and I were kind of like brother and sister. We really were. And I mean, we're just such friends. My girls think of him as like an uncle. And they're so close. He's carried them around in his arms all over the place.
And he called you from the set after you left the show.
Yes. The Monday morning after I left GMA, it's like early in the morning. It was before the show went on the air. See, because people who were still here then. And my daughter, I think Jamie, came in and said, Mom, Charlie's on the phone. I'm sound asleep. And I said, you aren't really doing this, are you? And he said, oh, yeah. And he said, come on, guys. And you could hear everybody in the studio saying, good morning, Joan.
Oh, that's
and I
so
would have been
sweet.
probably disappointed if he didn't do that.
Oh, well, thank you.
One thing that's really interesting, social media wasn't around when you did GMA.
No.
And now it's obviously a big part of all of our lives. And you connect with fans as well on social media.
And you know something? That was probably one of the most difficult things about leaving GMA, was disconnecting from all those millions of people who had spent their mornings with me for 2 decades. And there was no way, I had to disconnect. Then Facebook came about. And like all of a sudden they started connecting with me. My husband said, first of all, you can never bring that to bed with you again. Put that laptop away, and you're never going to be able to answer all of them. But you know, I have my 100,000 BFFs on Facebook, and I don't know them all, but they're really nice. And I make my effort to always, like, you know, keep that discussion going, keep the communication going.
Oh, well, we love seeing all of your posts. So much fun. And we're going to keep the conversation going because you're not going away just yet. Joan, Life Beyond the Script is out right now. And Joan, again, you are staying with us, so come on back for a little more Joan Lunden.
We are back now with former GMA co-host and our friend, Joan Lunden. She is here celebrating her new memoir, Joan, Life Beyond the Script. We are so glad you stuck around because we're going to play a little game with you.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm ready.
We mentioned that your book has QR codes that show, take readers on a journey. They show some of those iconic moments on GMA as you're talking about them. So we're gonna play a game. We're gonna ask you a question. Once you guess, we're gonna then reveal a clip and you can tell us all about it, okay?
All right.
Okay, so here's the first question. In 1991, what beloved comedian went rogue during an interview?
That's easy. Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. Is it Robin Williams? Let's see.
Over here.
Did you ever feel like you lost control of an interview?
No, come on, Joni. We're going Come along. Don't be afraid. Keep with us. She's running. She's scared.
Oh, I mean, that is a classic moment in
and
TV
that was
history.
just one of many, many, many interviews with Robin Williams, which you could try to prepare for, but you never could really prepare for. And may he rest in peace. He was just such a brilliant guy.
Oh, just an amazing person. All right, here's
All right.
question number 2.
Okay.
Who helped you interview author Mary Higgins Clark in 1994?
Easy, my daughter Jamie.
Yeah, let's see a clip.
Because he's a very, very big fan of Mary Higgins Clark. My oldest daughter, Jamie, is my co-host for this part of the show this morning for the interview. And you obviously took your daughter to work with you since she also became a writer.
Yes, I saw her last night, trying to finish her last book.
Oh, all right. Does she ask you for tips?
Well, we talk. She and I say, read this, and she says, I don't think he'd have said that. And she'll say, I'm doing this. And I say, I think that's good.
And I mean, my daughter was a voracious reader, and she heard I was going to have Mary Higgins Clark on, and so she wanted to come and meet her. She came up into the makeup room, and as the producer's there trying to brief me, she's saying, Mom, you should ask this, and you should ask this, and they finally said, put a mic on her. Like, put her on the set.
She was ready for TV.
Right.
Yeah.
Learn from the best. Okay, question number 3. What stunt did you pull in Queenstown, New Zealand?
Oh, one that they weren't the executives said, you did what? It was bungee jumping, of course.
Oh,
right?
let's see.
Good morning,
Yes.
America.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God.
Joan, you're flying.
Were you terrified?
Yeah, it was pretty scary. That's in like, been there, done that, not doing that again.
Okay, one more. Okay, so what singer surprised you with a performance on your last day as co-host of GMA?
Very easy. A wonderful, wonderful singer that I allowed me to go on the road with her for a show I do called Behind Closed Doors. And then she came to my last day, Celine Dion.
Oh, let's see it.
Planned. Joan hasn't known anything about what was going to be on today. We're going to finish with a dynamic singer who, over the past few years, has become a good friend of the show and a good friend of Joan's. Because You Love Me, Celine Dion.
Did you know?
No, I didn't. I went in that last day with no script. I didn't know anything they had planned. But when Celine first came on our show for the very first time, we were the first appearance that she made. And she had done that Disney song, and she'd sung it in English, but she didn't really speak much English. She was just learning. She was going through Biarritz or something. Yeah. And they said, go into the control room because she's very nervous. So I went in, and she said, I am just learning to speak English. I said, okay, these are the questions.
That is a special
I will help you get through it. And she never forgot that. And so it made for an enduring friendship.
You had such a way with people, Joan. You still do. Thank you so much for joining us today. What a pleasure. Her memoir is out now. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
Thank you. Thank you all for having me here today. And thank you all for watching.
Joan Lunden.
That's how it's done.